Facebook and family. Hello, it is Kamar Sadiq Saud here with another rendition of Check-In. I hope that you're all doing well. Hope you're enjoying this magnificent light. The light! It's returned. I love it. I love it. I need it. So, today I want to talk to you about dreams. And I'm not meaning like aspirations or goals or future hopes, dreams. I'm talking your actual dreams that you have when you're asleep. It's come to my attention that people have very different dreams. I've met people who dream in black and white. I dream in full color. I've met people who dream in like stop motion fashion or like slides. I dream I dream like it's real life. And I want to know who else dreams like it's real life. Some people refer to it as dreaming lucidly. Some people say that lucid dreaming has to do with being in control during your dreams. Now, what do I mean when I say control during your dreams? I mean that you can walk where you want to go, do what you want to do. If the landscape of the dream doesn't suit you, you can go somewhere else. And you can even change the world in your dreams. You can create things. You can do all kinds of magical things. You can fly. You can shapeshift. You know. I want to talk to people who have the kinds of dreams that I have. I believe that we have a unique opportunity in our dreams. In order to explain this, let me just talk about meditation briefly. Meditation in its various forms, because there are many different ways to meditate. So we'll say mindfulness meditation and meditation that includes various visualizations and breathing exercises. Those kinds of meditations afford an individual extra space in a moment. That's one of the things it does. In a moment that goes by for other people, where reactions happen. In that moment, you have extra time to reflect on what has happened, why it has happened, and what you want to do about it, if anything. So you are able to make an intelligent choice, as opposed to just reacting. Meditation also gives you an inner degree of calm and stability, so that if there are a lot of intense, traumatic things happening around you, you can keep a cool head, you can help yourself and others. Those are just a couple of the cool things meditation can do. Meditation can help you lower your heart rate. So, when you're dreaming, let's just say that instead of you seeing and experiencing random things that your mind might have collected during the day in your lesser keen awareness, and it's just being shot back at you in random fantastical forms, right? I think that's the kind of most common dream I hear about people having. There's self-exploratory or revelatory dreams people can have where they're very involved in a story, and it might mean something special for them. But there are other kinds of dreams. The kind of dream that I see as being very powerful is one that you enter into in full awareness. And I choose to say full awareness because you are not conscious in terms of being conscious versus unconscious. You're asleep, you're unconscious, but you are aware. There are a lot of different ways to train yourself in lucid dreaming. Ways to kind of maintain your awareness as you cross what I call that kind of friction line between waking and sleeping. When you start to notice thoughts that are drifting across become sticky. They start to latch on to you a bit. They start to try to pull you with them. You needn't go. You can remain aware and deepen your state of relaxation into REM sleep. And then your dream, entering your dream is entering a gateway. You can use that space You can experience things there. If you want to just have fun, you can choose to fly. As I said, you can fly. You can feel what it is like to separate yourself from Earth's gravity and levitate and shoot off. You can experience the power of your own imagination. Play with the power of your own mind. What is the feeling of shapeshifting? Of becoming one with wood and coming back out of it? Of becoming a dragon and then a human again? Or a hybrid between wolf or coyote and human? In the ancient traditions of my grandmother, and there are many, one of them is Iroquois, and she spoke to me at great length about dreams. She and I shared some things in common concerning our dreams. The people who I've met, who identify as Aboriginal from Australia, have a very similar view to dreaming that she did and that I do. There is a formative layer of your consciousness that few people are able to make contact with. It is valuable to do this in your dreams because you can explore who you are. You can get to know who you are. And I don't mean who you are in the way that a lot of people see that today. Like, I don't care about celebrity. I don't care where you work, what you do. If you're doing something that you feel is good and that makes you feel good, and especially if you feel is helpful to the rest of humanity, then I feel that that's awesome. But when I say who you are, it has to do with knowing yourself in your core, intrinsically. What are your desires? Whether you think that they're good or bad desires, you should know them. You should know them. And you should know what they do to you. When you sate them and when you don't. You should know whether they serve you or not. And if they do not, then what or who do they serve? And you should know what you would require and what kind of ways that you would begin to change those desires into something else, or to funnel them into something that you find serves you more adequately. You can explore all these things in your dreams. A lot of people explore it in therapy, which is great. That's great. But as we learn in all kinds of laboratory experiences, even in mathematics, in quantum physics, the observation changes the experiment. There are things about yourself that you will uncover when you are alone with your consciousness and your will. In a Candyland dream world, you're going to find out more about your fears. You're going to find out more about your desires and your urges, and you're going to find out about your latent aspects of persona. And you're going to learn how to become less and less of that which is not you. Now, I know there are a lot of people who say, it's not the point to know yourself. It's the point to know divinity. And I'm not going to say here or there about that, except that I'm sure that if you know yourself, you are going to do a lot better job of knowing whatever you feel or identify divinity as being. What are the different agreements people make with themselves for divinity, or that they make to divinity, identifying it outside of themselves? And are those promises realistic in terms of who they are and where they're at right now, and what they know how to do? If you know yourself, would you not be more able to take steps towards what you need to do and what you will to be, as opposed to making promises or agreements that you then feel bad about breaking later? So there are very pragmatic reasons why, above many of the ancient temples, it said know thyself.